The air was burning hot. Dust moved slowly across the cracked ground of a remote Indonesian island. No birds were singing. No animals were moving. Everything felt strangely silent, almost afraid. Then suddenly, a forked tongue appeared through the tall, dry grass. A gigantic reptile slowly stepped forward. Its scales looked like ancient armor forged thousands of years ago. Its claws dug into the earth like knives. Its heavy tail dragged behind its body like a weapon. And its eyes, cold, still, emotionless, like a creature that had watched the world change for millions of years. This was no ordinary lizard. This was the Komodo dragon, the last living monster from Earth's prehistoric past. A predator so terrifying that local villagers once believed real dragons existed on these islands. And the most shocking part? This creature is real. Far away from modern cities and crowded highways, deep inside the Indonesian islands of Komodo, Rinca, Flores, and Gili Matang, lives the largest lizard on Earth. A reptile that looks like it crawled straight out of a dinosaur age. The Komodo dragon can grow over 10 feet long. Some giant males weigh more than 150 kilograms. That is heavier than many adult humans. And when one stands up on all four legs, its body alone can reach the size of a small crocodile. But size is only the beginning of the horror, because this giant reptile is built for one purpose: killing. Scientists believe Komodo dragons evolved from ancient giant monitor lizards millions of years ago, long before humans existed, long before civilizations rose. Their ancestors roamed parts of Australia and Southeast Asia. Some prehistoric monitor lizards grew even larger than modern Komodo dragons. One ancient species, called Megalania, may have reached lengths of over 20 feet. Imagine a lizard larger than a car hunting across ancient forests. Over time, rising oceans isolated some populations onto Indonesian islands. With few predators and abundant prey, evolution transformed them into the massive apex predators we know today. The result was terrifying. A reptile perfectly designed to dominate isolated islands. A real-life dragon. The environment where Komodo dragons live is brutal. The islands are hot, dry, rocky, and covered with dangerous terrain. Volcanic hills rise from the earth. Sharp grass cuts exposed skin. Water is limited. Temperatures can become unbearable during the day. But Komodo dragons thrive in this harsh world. Their thick scales protect them like natural armor. Hidden beneath some of those scales are tiny bone-like structures called osteoderms. These act almost like chain mail under the skin. Nature literally built armor into their bodies. At first glance, Komodo dragons appear slow and lazy. Tourists often see them lying motionless in the sun for hours. But that appearance is dangerously misleading, because when they decide to move, they become explosive. A Komodo dragon can sprint surprisingly fast for short distances. Fast enough to catch deer, fast enough to chase humans, and powerful enough to knock large animals to the ground. Their muscular tails can whip with incredible force. Their claws are curved, sharp, and designed for gripping prey. And their jaws, those jaws are pure nightmare fuel. Inside a Komodo dragon's mouth are around 60 serrated teeth. Some teeth reach nearly 1 inch long. Each tooth curves backward like a shark's tooth, perfect for slicing flesh apart. When the dragon bites, it does not chew cleanly. Instead, it tears violently. Chunks of meat rip away from the victim's body. Blood sprays everywhere. Bones crack beneath crushing pressure. And unlike mammals, Komodo dragons do not need to kill quickly, because they possess another terrifying weapon: venom. For many years, scientists believed Komodo dragons killed prey using deadly bacteria inside their saliva. People thought their mouths were so filthy that victims died from infection. But modern research revealed something even more frightening. Komodo dragons actually have venom glands in their lower jaws. Their venom contains toxins that prevent blood clotting and rapidly lower blood pressure. Once bitten, prey begins losing blood uncontrollably. Weakness spreads through the body. Shock takes over. The victim becomes dizzy, exhausted, and unable to escape. And the dragon simply follows, patiently waiting for death. Imagine being hunted by a predator that knows you are already dying. Their hunting style is terrifyingly intelligent. Komodo dragons are ambush predators. They often hide near animal trails, dry riverbeds, or watering holes. Completely silent, almost invisible against the dusty environment. Then suddenly, explosion. The dragon launches forward with shocking speed. A deer panics. Birds explode into the sky. Dust erupts everywhere. The dragon crashes into its prey with brutal force. One bite is often enough. Even if the animal escapes temporarily, the dragon continues tracking it for hours, sometimes days. And eventually, the weakened victim collapses. Then, the feast begins. Komodo dragons are not picky eaters. They consume almost anything they can overpower. Deer, wild boars, monkeys, goats, birds, snakes, smaller reptiles, dead animals, even humans in rare cases. And perhaps most horrifying of all, Komodo dragons are cannibals. Large adults frequently eat younger dragons. Because of this, baby Komodos live in constant fear from the moment they hatch. A female Komodo dragon lays around 15 to 30 eggs inside nests dug into the ground. Sometimes they even steal abandoned bird nests. For months, the eggs remain buried beneath dirt and vegetation under the burning tropical heat. Then one day, tiny dragons emerge, and immediately survival becomes a nightmare. Baby Komodos are only about the size of a banana when born, small, weak, defenseless, and surrounded by giant adults willing to eat them. So they escape into trees almost instantly. Young dragons spend years living above the ground, where larger dragons struggle to reach them. There they hunt insects, birds, eggs, and small lizards while constantly avoiding death. Only the luckiest survive long enough to become giant predators. One of the most incredible abilities of the Komodo dragon is its sense of smell. Their forked tongue constantly flicks through the air, collecting microscopic scent particles. These particles are analyzed using a special organ inside the mouth called the Jacobson's organ. The result is almost supernatural. A Komodo dragon can smell rotting meat from several kilometers away. Even a tiny amount of blood carried by the wind can attract them. Imagine an injured deer hiding in fear somewhere in the forest, completely unaware that a giant predator already knows exactly where it is. When dragons gather around food, the scene becomes horrifying. Several giant reptiles surround a carcass. Their bodies slam into each other violently. Deep growls rumble from their throats. Blood covers their faces. Teeth rip through flesh. Bones snap loudly beneath crushing jaws. Smaller dragons desperately try stealing scraps while avoiding larger adults. The strongest dragon eats first. The weakest may die trying. And Komodo dragons eat unbelievably fast. A large adult can consume up to 80% of its own body weight in one meal. That would be like a human eating another entire human in a single sitting. Despite their terrifying appearance, Komodo dragons are surprisingly intelligent reptiles. Researchers discovered they can recognize routines and solve simple problems. Some dragons learn feeding schedules near tourist areas. Others remember locations where prey animals frequently travel. There are even reports of dragons showing curiosity and strategic behavior while hunting. This is not a mindless killing machine. It is a calculating predator, and that makes it even more dangerous. Humans have feared and respected Komodo dragons for centuries. Local Indonesian legends describe them as sacred creatures connected to ancient spirits. Some island communities believed dragons were relatives of humans. One famous legend tells of a woman who gave birth to twins, one human and one dragon. According to the story, Both were treated as family. These myths survived for generations because the dragons felt almost supernatural. And honestly, seeing one in real life changes people forever. Their movements feel prehistoric. Their silence feels unnatural. It is like staring into Earth's ancient past. In 1910, Western explorers first heard rumors about giant land crocodiles living on Indonesian islands. At first, many people laughed at the stories. They thought local villagers were exaggerating. But then explorers finally saw the creatures themselves. The world was stunned. A giant dragon-like lizard truly existed. Soon, scientists, photographers, and adventurers traveled to Indonesia, hoping to witness the monsters with their own eyes. And even today, the Komodo dragon remains one of the most fascinating predators on Earth. But now these ancient reptiles face a modern threat: humans. Climate change threatens the islands where they live. Rising sea levels may destroy nesting grounds. Habitat destruction reduces hunting areas. Prey populations are declining in some regions. And human expansion increases dangerous encounters. Today, Komodo dragons are classified as endangered. Only a few thousand remain in the wild. Most survive inside protected areas like Komodo National Park. Wildlife rangers constantly patrol these islands to protect both dragons and humans. Because despite conservation efforts, these reptiles remain extremely dangerous. There have been multiple attacks on humans over the years. Some people survived, others did not. A hungry dragon does not care whether its target is animal or human. And maybe that is why the Komodo dragon fascinates the world so deeply. Because it feels impossible. A giant venomous reptile still ruling remote volcanic islands in the modern age. A predator that survived extinction. A creature that looks like a dinosaur but still breathes today. While ancient monsters disappeared from Earth millions of years ago, one remained hidden on isolated Indonesian islands. Silent, patient, watching, waiting. The Komodo dragon is more than just a lizard. It is a living reminder that prehistoric terror never fully disappeared. Some monsters survived, and they are still hunting today.